This is Jojopun, North American Starboy. Well, as close as you can get in only 4 seasons of pro play. He's one of League of Legends' greatest and most consistent players, with near perfect mechanics. He's won the North American League called the LCS in his rookie year and has been a top tier mid laner ever since. And this is movie star Riders Koi, but you may know them back in the day as Mad Lions, a top tier European team who has been to Worlds countless times. In League history, there has never been a North American player who's joined Europe. So how the hell did this happen? The story begins at the end of the 2024 season, where Jojopun's team Cloud9 just lost their chance of going to Worlds by losing to 100 Thieves. This was a huge disappointment for him, as the team was known as a powerhouse. They were considered to have the best mid laner and the best jungler in the league, but they still just couldn't make it work, coming 3rd in spring and 4th in summer, and it clearly wasn't good enough. So it was to no one's surprise the questions started to arise of what would have to change in Cloud9 for next season. At the same time across the pond, Mad Lions, or Movie Stars Kois, had their own problems. They built themselves a full Spanish roster at the start of 2024. The team consisted of 4 rookies and 1 veteran. The rookies were Merrin, Frescowi, Super and Alvaro. Of course, this was a big risk for the team as they only had 1 veteran, and that was their jungler Elyoya. He is considered one of the best junglers in Europe and even the world, so he tried to help his teammates transition into the top European league. It went pretty well for the most part, as they placed 2nd in winter, 3rd in summer, and even made it to Worlds. The team looked solid all year, but there was one player who was struggling to transition, and that was their mid laner Frescowi. He could go even against other European mid laners, but never was the reason why they won. And Movie Stars Kois knew that if they wanted to win Europe and even have a chance at Worlds, they would need a new mid laner. Rumours started to circulate on who it could be to join Movie Stars Koi, but eventually it was announced that Jojopun was set to leave Cloud9 and join them. This was a historic move, as no one has ever joined a European team from North America. It's usually the other way round. Some of North America's greatest players, like Bjergsen, were actually Europeans who were imported. So Jojo coming to Europe isn't just to win Worlds, it's to prove that North America isn't a weak region. And don't you worry, Jojo won't let you forget this, as he loves to trash talk Europe.
This is your go? I'm gonna expose this fraud. Why do you guys keep showing me these randoms? Pass. Overrated. Washed up.
And for his first game he would have to show it, as he would be against one of the best teams in Europe and one of the best mid laners as well. In his first game, Humanoid, the mid laner for Fnatic, is classed as the 2nd best mid laner behind Caps. He is known for his control mages mostly, so if Jojopun wanted to win this game, he would have to be at his best level. Going into it, Jojopun is playing Azir into Victor. This matchup is pretty relaxed at first, as both champions just want to scale into the late game. But what makes Azir a little more interesting than Victor is that he can play make. His ultimate Shurima Shuffle can completely make or break fights, as you can use it to defend yourself from engages or even combo it with the rest of his kit to jump into the backline and set up your team for success. Movie Stars Koi have been begging for a mid laner who can play make, and they found it in Jojopun. 5 minutes into the game, and this is Jojo's first real test. Fnatic's jungler Razork looks to gank mid and kill him. Jojo's safety tool is trying to dash to his soldier and get out. The only problem is, if someone steps in front of you dashing, you just get stopped. So Razork, knowing this, flashes in front of it, stopping it. Now, if Razork hits any form of CC, Jojo is surely dead, but he stays calm, knowing that if he sits in the way, Razork can't hit his CC. So when he gets near to the tower, he finally flashes away. Fnatic are not making it easy on him in his first game. Azir's champion has a lot of different mind tricks, as you can pretend to go in and go the completely opposite direction. Jojo uses this to his advantage 3 minutes later when his ultimate is up. Humanoid is just farming in the mid lane like normal when Jojo looks to engage onto him. Humanoid thinks that he's going to ult, so he flashes to safety, but not knowing this was all part of Jojo's master plan, as his veteran jungler was waiting in darkness ready to pounce. When Elyoya saw the flash, he went in, grabbing Humanoid before Jojo finally used his own ultimate. Humanoid, in a panic, placed his stun and was able to limp away to safety towards the top side. But NA Starboy Jojo is making Fnatic sweat. Maybe that trash talk we heard earlier was actually truthful. But it's still too early to call. But we're definitely starting to see the power of him. The second Void Grubs have just spawned. Both Fnatic and Movistar Koi want it. This objective could give either team a huge lead through tower plates. Both teams set up to take it with Jojo's team towards the top of the objective. His teammate Alvaro is getting caught out when he notices that Humanoid is out of position. He goes in, ulted him into his team, then picks up the kill and turns onto the rest of Fnatic, killing Mickey X and eventually killing Razok, securing themselves the objective. This guy is just styling on his enemies at this point. And if you want to have more videos going over the cool plays and even cooler player stories, make sure to like and subscribe, because if you don't, there's going to be a Disco Nunu running down your lane in solo queue, and I know you don't want that. But jokes aside, let's get back to the video. In mid-game, the game is clearly Mad Lion Koi's favoured. They have gotten themselves 2 dragons and a 3,000 gold lead. So if Movistar's Koi get this next dragon, they're going to be in a winning position going into the late game, as one more would give themselves soul. They set themselves up in position by holding the choke point. Jojo is looking to try and poke them out with his sand soldiers before kicking off the fight. Their goal is to not finish the dragon until the enemy jungler Razok is dead, so they hold it, hitting onto the Jax and the Alistar until Jojo finds an opening. He sees this small window where he can't be blocked like he did by Razok's first gank, so he dashes into the backline, scooping them into the team and dies for it. But as he's laying on the ground dead, he sees the rest of his team cleaning up the fight, killing 3 members and getting the mid lane tower. The only issue Jojo runs into with his style is that he dies when he engages. The thing is, he doesn't have to. After getting more gold from a single bot lane tower, he can go back and get an item called Zhonya's. What this item does is put you in stasis for 2.5 seconds so you can't get hurt. This means that he can go in and press Zhonya's and stay alive. So with the game going late, 26 minutes in, Movistar wants the Baron to finish the game. Jojo's job is trying to lock down his lane opponent Humanoid, so he jumps in but doesn't ult, predicting that he would flashlight before. He then goes into the stasis before Humanoid puts down the gravity field to stun him, keeping him safe. Then, as Fnatic's top looks to try and kill him, he ults him away and uses his soldiers to block Humanoid from coming in. Truly, this is a world-class mid laner. With that, Jojopun in his first game just dominated a European powerhouse, and he did it at only 20 years old. Truly, he's something special. I know it's only his first game, but his story so far is already super interesting, and I was wondering your guys' opinion on him. Do you think he's going to be able to keep it up or not? But that is going to be it for the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you did enjoy this video, make sure to check out this one on the longest game in League history. Have a good day, guys.